Good afternoon. So glad to have any of you joining me. Hi, Shanna. I am really excited to start on Thursdays, recapping my Wednesdays with Words blog link up. I'd like to share some of the words that I've chosen and some of the words that others have chosen. Hi, Mrs. SWM. I know I've met you, but I don't remember your name. So if you pop your name in, I will work on remembering that. So I'm going to switch this around. Hey guys, I hope you're all doing well today. You can see my kiddos as toddlers back behind me. Jen, I should have known that anyway. Every Wednesday, I guess I should start with who I am. My name is Dawn Garrett. I post at ladydusk.blogspot.com. And every Wednesday, I host a link up called Wednesdays with Words, where people share the words that they have read over the last week or so that have stuck in their head. I usually say, what words have caught your mind this week? What words have just kind of been there and not let go and made you keep thinking about them? Or words that you thought were just beautiful and put together in a really neat and interesting way. And it's just a way for people to share their reading, things that they've been thinking about. And we usually have somewhere in the 4 to 9 or 10 range of people who link in and share their books and their ideas, and then a lot of them go around and talk and hop to everybody else. So it's a lot of fun, and we have a good time. And I was thinking that on Thursdays, I would try and do a recap where I share some of the words that I have chosen and why I chose it. And then I would also share maybe 2 or 3 of the people who linked in some of their words. So yesterday I chose a sentence from Sarah Mackenzie's new book, Teaching from Rest. It's fantastic. I'm on page 3. But the words were great. And she said, surrender your idea of what the ideal homeschool day is supposed to look like and take on with both hands the day that is. And, well, that just caught me for a couple of reasons. The first one is I think that as Christians, we could all easily take out the word homeschool. And so it would say, surrender your idea of what the ideal day is supposed to look like and take on with both hands the day that is. But one of the reasons I loved it so much was because it wasn't like we were surrendering and waving a white flag and giving up and giving in and not going to continue doing all that there was to do. No, we were to give up our own plans and our own intentions and follow the intentions that the Lord has for us. And it is a great quote. It is a great quote. But I loved that it wasn't just surrender, but it was to take on, that God doesn't call us just to surrender our will and our lives and our ideas and our own ways of thinking about things, but he really encourages us to take on the things, hi Misty, to take on the things that he has put in our lives. And some days, those are our plans, and that's great. And some days, I really need to deal with this particular issue that my son or my daughter is having and deal with that. And that is what's more important for leading us into the kingdom, leading to the celestial city. I said in my post that we follow the rails to the Lord's destination, that we have the same destination that he does in mind. He just knows how to get there. And so if we follow where he is leading, that works out a little better, even if it derails our plans for the day. So that was what I posted about yesterday at starweavings.blogspot.com. Beth Starr posted, she's been reading from John MacArthur's 12 Extraordinary Women book. And her post, she talked about that God's plan from the beginning, that women should train and nurture godly children and thus leave a powerful imprint on society. And where is it? Oh, a reminder that mothers are the makers of men. Isn't that nice? Mothers are the makers of men and the architects of the next generation. And I really needed to read that yesterday. Thanks, Misty. I had a very struggly day with my children, and they were wrangling more than normal. Thank you, Jen. Hi, Mrs. Sell. Nice to have you join us. I was wrangling lots and lots of kiddos yesterday, and they weren't always getting along, and so that derailing, pointing them to the kingdom was pretty important. So when I read what Beth posted about the makers of men and architects of the next generation, that just really helped me remember what I was about and what I needed to be doing. So for those of you who just joined us, I'm doing a recap of the Wednesdays with Words link up that's on my blog. My blog is at ladydusk.blogspot.com, and I shared about my post, which was a quote from Sarah Mackenzie's book, Teaching from Rest. And I just shared about Star Weaving's post, Beth Starr's post, about 12 extraordinary women. And for my last of my recaps, I'm going to share from my friend Karen DeBerry. If you read my blog, I've been doing a series all year on the word revel. It was my word of the year that I chose, that I wanted to learn how to revel in my faith and my family and the things that we have to do, where I found true joy and satisfaction in those things, and a deep joy and a deep satisfaction. And earlier this year, one of the posts I wrote was about reveling being rebellion against the culture by just living that simple and quiet life that God has given to us to be married and stay married and have children and raise my children and do the things for them that provide a childhood and be in the community and show that the Lord calls us to good things and just being present and being just setting an example against all the other examples in the culture. And my friend Karen quoted from Owen Strachan, Strachan. She posts at livingunabridged.com, and she wrote his quote, "Healthy marriages and happy children are evangelistic against the culture of death. We celebrate life. Our activism is day by day, step by step, meal by meal. It is small, it is sometimes ordinary, even rote, but it matters." And I loved that because it totally went with some of the things that I've been thinking about this year. So, I saw somebody else just joined in. I'm glad to have you with us. I would love to have any of you. I know, isn't that a great quote? And it totally went with the things I've been thinking about. But we'd love to have you join us for Wednesdays with Words. It's a ton of fun. Every Wednesday, I try to post the link up about 6 a.m. Eastern. And the nobility of the commonplace. Wow, that's a beautiful way of stating that. I try to post the link up about 6 a.m. on Saturday or Wednesday morning. And people sometimes make pretty graphics, and they just link up, and then they follow each other's links, and we all share, and we spend some time thinking about the grand ideas or the little ideas or a beautiful phrasing. Somebody's yesterday had a phrase, oh, now I've forgotten it, but it was just really pretty. The dreamer's dream, how the dreamers dream, and I thought that was just really neat. We don't think about words putting them together that way. So especially for those of you who are writers, it's always nice to find quotes that have really good quality writing style and ideas. They encourage us, and they give us just different ways to say things and to express ourselves and to imitate. So thanks for joining in. Thanks for all the hearts. was really excited to get started on doing this. I hope to be on here every Thursday around 3 to recap Wednesdays with Words. So we'd love to have you join us. ladydusk.blogspot.com. Have a great afternoon. Thanks. Oh, are you still there?